the basis of everything we do, especially with sports, is strong. There's nothing wrong with being strong. And you've never seen someone sit on the bench because they were too strong.
Fefor, Norway, a place of stunning landscapes and natural beauty. A place where someone can relax and enjoy amazing food, great culture, and the way of the Viking. But this is something different. Nestled deep in the Norwegian mountains is the most idyllic location surrounded with natural beauty. But what goes on here is something quite unexpected. And as a filmmaker, I need to know more.
This event is, to me, the culmination of a family tradition. As in, I've been involved in stuff up here at Fefor since I was 8. I remember going here for the first time and just going around the hotel, watching athletes come and go and just do their thing. And even before then, I've been involved in sport before. I was at most 6 weeks old the first time I was at a competition. My role in this competition is as a crew member. My family runs this competition and I've been part of the crew for quite a long time.
It's a week filled of strength sport, friendship, and I would say low shoulders and happiness.
All of this actually started like any booking of any venue to get a show done or an exhibition done. In 2014 we wanted to, Sven Carlsen and us who do competitions wanted to put on the first World's Strongest Viking, and he contacted Anne-Grete at Fefor. They have been building all kinds of weird contraptions and equipment for the competitions. And this place it doesn't even look like the same place as in 2014 with all the stuff that's happened.
I do think this place is special to me, mostly because it brings a feeling of calm to me. I feel when I'm up here, my shoulders are lower, I breathe better, my pulse is lower. It's a good place to be. The hotel is built in, I do think it's 1891. It has been a retreat for the royal family, the Norwegian royal family, for a while. Robert Scott did a lot of his training for the South Pole here. It's so charming.
It's just beautiful and relaxing. And you get here and you're around a group of people because everybody wants you to do good whether you're competing against them or not. And you don't get to see that in a lot of other sports.
Here we are, day one, feeling awesome. Got these phenomenal shirts made by church, and it's pretty appropriate because we're all sinners, so sinners welcome. And looking forward to these Highland Games and Adaptive Strongman all linked into one. It's going to be amazing.
We're from Oslo, so yeah, myself, Nikolai, and Christian, we're both part of the Oslo Caledonian Pipe Band.
Big speed. You need the big speed for the end of time. Okay? I ask athlete ready, whistle, go. You're not, time goes. Keep going, keep going, come on. Keep going.
Go! And two! And two! And two! And two!
Go! Good speed, that's good speed. Come on, keep that pace.
Korte, kjappe skritt.
Come on! Come on!
Come on! Keep it moving! Come on! Come on! Push it forward! Come on now! And time. Good job.
I'm from Mississauga, which is just outside of Toronto in Ontario, Canada. I'm here for Arena Fefor to do the Louisa event, the first of its kind for amateur women. Well, amateur and pro women. Last week, exactly 1 week from now, I got involved in a major collision back home in Toronto. I was on a highway and there was somebody speeding behind me in a stolen vehicle. He clipped me and I went full 360s a couple of times on the highway and then head on into a concrete barrier. Luckily, no breaks, no fractures or anything like that, but severely beaten up in the arms and in the head. Psychologically, it's something that you can't shake, and it still scares me today.
Come on! Come on, keep going!
Ow!
Keep going! Keep going! Short! Come on!
For everyone watching, Marty was in a car accident a week ago.
You know what? To tell you the truth, I was going to back out of this competition just because of what happened. But I thought, you know what? If I didn't end up going, then the people who did what they did to me would have won over my spirit. So I had to continue doing the thing that I love to keep myself straight. And I have to remember that strong people, we are strong, we're tenacious, and we fight. So I'm here to fight. And even though I might not be a contender necessarily, I might still be injured, I'm going to do everything that I could possibly do as painlessly as possible.
Silja, kom igen!
Ner med höften, kom igen! Kom igen!
Är det fart? Är det fart? Ja.
Yeah, I'm just, too much pressure. Oh, fuck. Oh. Because it's still there, so there's nothing coming up. It's just stomach acid and it's just spit.
Bra, Emil!
Kom igen, Emil!
Kom on, Emil! Kom bäst! Bra!
Kom igen,
Bra!
Mobile!
It gets big.
Yeah, I've had COVID for 14 days. COVID.
So I struggled to get my breath out again. Amazing.
Well, I'd heard about Fefor for a couple years from friends of mine, and they had talked about how it was just a great community of people and a great event, and I wasn't even sure that I would be competing because previously they hadn't had any strong women contests. But when I saw that there was going to be a strong women contest, that just kind of sealed the deal for me. I knew I kind of had to be here.
Come on, 40 seconds.
Most of all, I would say it starts with the community. You could probably pick this group of people up and put them almost anywhere and we'd probably have a really great time. But this location is stunning. I've never competed at a venue like this before. I think most of us could probably say that. compared to like your typical arena setting or parking lot setting, this is quite the amazing place to compete.
So I've been seeing other people from Fefor Power Week post about it in like years past, and it always looks like such an amazing experience. Like, it's so cool, everyone's having such a good time. I always kind of like wanted to be a part of it, but this year is the first year that they've actually done Strongwoman as a competition. So I didn't really want to come all the way here just to compete in like sports that are not my regular sport. But for Strongwoman, I'm like, yes, I will be there, I will do everything, I'll learn the other sports, but I'm definitely coming for Strongwoman, so.
Come on. Lean into it. Come on. Lean into it. Come on now.
Next arms. Short steps. Next arms. Come on.
It's all the people coming together from all over. I think we've got like 21 different countries here. It's the beautiful Norwegian scenery happening in the background. It's the actual implements here, so like the Hercules hold, the Wheel of Pain, this is stuff that only exists right here. Like, you cannot do that anywhere else in the world. You cannot find that Hercules hold. It's really special. Everyone here is amazing. Everyone's just like cheering each other on, helping each other out. If you need anything, you can borrow something from someone else. It's just everyone's really great.
Are they ready?
4, 5, and... Yeah! Keep going! Keep forward! Go! Time.
Nice. New world record.
Come on!
Keep the stomach tight.
Yes, go!
Keep going. 15 seconds.
Go, Sonny! Yes!
Push it. Ruser på når du blir tungt, så må du jobbe på her.
Det er veldig bra, Eivind. Må puste! Fortsett! Kom igjen! Woo!
Världsrekord!
New world record. 10 seconds. Come on. Work.
Get me up.
Up.
Over to the benches. You lead like a lot. 4 laps, a little bit more.
Man, I felt like I was going around in circles. It's a fun event, very fun event, very taxing, especially in this higher altitude. There's less oxygen here, so great event.
Kjempebra. Beina sammen. Sånn, ja, bra.
Securing the stone on her lap.
Was that good? I never lifted a stone this high before. I'm not a good stone lifter, so I have a big belly that's in the way. So yeah, I can only do my best.
80 kilos for you. The stones, it's onto her lap. Still 180 kilos, right?
Oh, yeah! Are you kidding me?
Getting it onto his lap.
Getting the 180 stone in his lap.
Come on. Centimeters. Millimeters.
Oh, that is so close. Yeah, that's really good.
This guy does not give up. Come on, finish this contest strong.
That was amazing, Sian.
Great try for the 180.
Let's go!
Well, I've been doing Strongman now for 14 years, and in the beginning I only competing in Sweden, so I thought the Strongman family was only in Sweden because we're not that many athletes. Then I started to competing abroad, and it seems to be the same outside Sweden. Everybody's like a big, happy Strongman family, honestly. And we are like rivals, but still I want my rivals to do as best as they can, because I want to beat my rivals when they are on the best, not when they're doing mistakes or don't have the gear with them or something like that. So
yeah. Get that stone up. He's gonna get that stone up. Let's go! Let's go, brother! Come on, brother! Take your time. Come on, Jan! Let's go! Look at him go.
There we go. Oh, good job, man. Good job.
Don't mind five.
It's like a strong people summer camp. It's a big get-together. People all across the world meet, and it feels like a huge family. And we just have a great time lifting weird stuff and just exchange stories and how we've been. And it's just a great family vacation, a big family vacation. My personal favorite event is Atlas Stone. So the regular round Atlas Stone. We're gonna have a Stones of Strength competition where we do a bunch of everything with stones, but my personal favorite is the Atlas Stone.
Got this.
Just like you know. Let's go.
157 kilos is in the lead. And it's here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Just to make this official, Chris Dirk and I weighed the stone to 157 kilos exactly. And Sonny weighed in at 79.5 kilos.
Almost 2 times body weight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me that I get to do it. Like here in this amazing venue with all of these amazing people and my family here. This definitely helped to get it. You all believed in me. And thank you so much. I love all of you. Thank you for your support. And it's been an honor to be doing it here. Thank you, Kiki and Eagle, for everything you're doing for us.
Am I the only one with goosebumps? This is the former record holder tonight by Eagle. Let's see what happens in the rest of the day. Highland Games are back, and we'll finish the official part of the day with some deadlifting later this
Thank you so much for this. Thank you.
Top level athletes, and it's a good mix of up and comers as well. So that's one key component. The equipment's iconic. So you've got that as well, where what they're doing is of interest. And then you go and combine it with the atmosphere, and the atmosphere in this case has multiple aspects, from the fact that we're in one of the most picturesque locations I've ever been in my life in Norway, on a mountaintop overlooking a beautiful lake. It's serene, having the historic hotel that I think the fact that it isn't modern adds something to it, because the sports that are being displayed are not modern, if you will. It harkens back, it fits for some reason. So you've got that, and then I think that the personalities in the mix, where you've got some legends that are sort of just around. The commentators know not just what is being tested, but also a little bit about the lives of people, where they're from, how they got here, how much it means to them, especially on the adaptive athlete side. That story is everything, because it's not about the lift, it's about what they had to do to get to the point of being able to do the lift. So I think for an event like this, those are the pieces that I would focus on first, and I think they've nailed it.
I was beginning to learn more. My conversations with Lynn proved to be super valuable. Yes, these people are strong, but is there more? Lynn mentioned the adapted athletes. This is a group that I must learn more about. Mike, Mark, and Carl.
I got an invitation from Kiki and Egil, and I was like, yeah, I want to go. I've seen some pictures from it before and some videos, and like that place looks really, really cool. And then I got an invitation, and I'm like, yeah.
Get ready?
Ready?
Dig it up! Dig it up!
My name is Mark Little. I'm from the United States. I live in California now, but originally from Washington, D.C.
So I'm here for the Adaptive Highland Games and Adaptive Strongman, and then any other event or implement that Kiki and Egil can convince me to do and have a go on.
I'm in the adaptive category, missing a leg from a wakeboard accident many years ago.
Ready? Ready. These are serious weights now. It's one-handed. Good, clean, proper clean.
Yep, there it is. Yep.
Yes! Perfect.
So about 15 years ago, while I was still serving in the U.S. Army, was overseas on a deployment and encountered a roadside bomb. I mean, the story, you can go as long or as short as you want, but I went short, literally. The world's fastest weight loss program. But thanks to really quick thinking on my medic's part and my team that was out there with me, I was immediately evacuated, and the amazing medical care back in the States, Walter Reed Hospital, got me up and running almost literally 3 months later. So a definite success story for our military's medical care and just the general care from the doctors and the population.
Keep the elbow up, stack it like you had it. Stack it on your wrist.
Go. Come on, Mark. That's it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I have a condition called cerebellar ataxia. It's a condition, I have atrophy or shrinkage in my cerebellum in my brain. It's the part of your brain that controls your balance and coordination. So it's very akin to Parkinson's. So I have tremors, I also have seizures, issues with pretty much anything that you do mechanically, speech, stuff at times. So yeah, cerebellar ataxia.
Let's go, big
boy!
Strong.
All day.
Here we go, Bishop.
Yeah, I tell a lot of the guys and gals who've come home injured that I've been friends with or tried to mentor a little bit since I was earlier on. It is all up here. You can either smile or cry, but smiling is way more fun. So getting off the couch, getting active. I mean, these are great because, in my opinion, cardio is just a Spanish word. I don't really know what it means. So strength games, Highland games, you stay active. This camaraderie and community is amazing. Very supportive, and it's just way better than wallowing in what happened. Is just getting out there and literally one step forward.
Well, I was looking for a sport. I started off doing long distance running for a start, and I thought, okay, but it wasn't for me. Then I moved on to, for there it was bodybuilding, and I liked it. Did a few competitions, competed in the junior Scotland, Mr. Scotland, way back there in the northeast of Scotland. And I thought, nope, not for me. I was still trying to find my my sport, then a little bit of powerlifting, liked it, but now arm wrestling, strongman, and then I was introduced to Highland Games through an athlete. He competed, I knew he competed, and he says, why not come and give it a go? He had a training session at his farm, which I did, and instantly I knew it was a sport for me. It's something, you know, I started when I was a teenager in the sport and just progressed from there. Competed for 18 years professionally, did it for a living, and from there started a federation, International Highland Games Federation, and my passion, you know, it's over 36 years now and my passion is still growing for the sport. I love it. I love traveling to the different countries, meeting the different people and the competitors. It's fantastic.
38 years old, 5'6", is our first year competing in Highland Games.
I'm going to call your name, make sure that everybody's here. If I don't know your name by the end of tomorrow, don't be mad or whatever, because I'm terrible with names. Well, I kind of backed into it. I have Scottish background, and in the 80s I went to a Highland Games in Colorado, and I thought, well, you know, I can do that. And they were pretty big guys. I wasn't very big at the time. I didn't get into it until about 1999 when I decided to really go after it and see what I could do.
Thank you. Of course.
What I love about the Highland Games is that they're just the great camaraderie amongst the athletes. Everybody supports each other, everybody cheers for each other, everybody coaches each other a little bit, and we all have a good time together. It's a brotherhood, sisterhood. Buchanan's a Scottish surname, and I had seen it in Scotland before my senior year in college. And then I was coaching American football, and we put up a security fence at the games, and I'd also been coaching track and field throwers. So I thought, well, maybe I'll try it, and that's how I got started. I'm 68 years old. I'm at that stage where my throws are going down. There's nothing I can do about that, but I continue to throw pretty well. I've got eight records in my age group in 5 events. So some of the events double up because they have different weights. So.
Pretty good, pretty good. I've only broken 30 one other time, and I'm hoping to do it again today here in Fefor.
I'm hoping so. With your coaching from yesterday, I'm pretty hopeful now. Yeah.
Oh, well done. Our first world record been established here. Fefor International Games.
Yay! It felt amazing. And I absolutely attributed it to the workshops that are happening here at Fefor Power Week. Did some Highland Games workshops yesterday, and it's just one of those lessons of you always have to keep learning. So it's great being here. Look at the setting.
Oh, it's a tremendous opportunity for me and my wife. This is the second year that we've been here. We were here in 19. And then the plague hit and shut it down for a couple of years, and we're just really excited to be here and to be a part of this thing for Francis.
We did the World Championships in the World Stones of Strength in the north of Norway, and Anna Greta, she was at the competition, and after competition we talked. She says, I want to hear this event in Fefor at the hotel, and I says, okay. So we had the World Championships here in 2014 for the Highland Games, World Amateur Highland Games Championships, and we had the World Stones of Strength Championships for men. And for there, it has progressed to what it is. Well, it was just a weekend before. Kiki Burley-Johnson, this last few years, we come together, and she has turned this into a Power Week, and a magnificent job she's done, because she's united all the sports together. Not just Highland Games stones, now we've got the Strongman, and we've got in the Oddhagen with the mass wrestling and the arm lifting. And that's just fantastic to see everybody coming together and sharing a passion for the sport, and that's helped build it, builds the sport and builds the athletes, which is great.
I don't quite know the origin of this Heroes Quest. I was in Los Angeles, sunny LA, and I took a Strongman seminar from Alifa and Ingalls and Chris Burke, and they've both won the stone competition here. And I just we really got along on a deep level, and then I just kind of kept bugging her to take me on as an athlete somehow. And then she did, and then this kind of quest of coming to this event and competing in the Stones of Strength happened. So I've been training for 6 months, lifting lots of sandbags and the occasional stone under Alifa's guidance and tutelage, and yeah, here I am. But that was kind of a whimsical origin story of meeting Alifa in Los Angeles at a strongman clinic she was giving with Chris Burke.
The fact that it's so remote actually is very interesting, because all of a sudden you have nothing else to do but experience it. And with the fact that this isn't just one contest, this is multiple different events in different disciplines, you're not always go, go, go. There is forced downtime, and that downtime ends up being relaxation, ends up being socializing with people that are in different disciplines but similar veins. And from what I can already tell, everyone just sort of calms and starts to enjoy themselves and start to think about the athletes as people, not just athletes, and think more about the history of what they're doing, because being in a place like this, it allows you to actually think about the history of what you're doing. Even the equipment being on site, the same equipment for years and years, there's a permanence to it. So I think that having the fact that you have nothing else to do, there is no one here that isn't sort of a part of things, really adds to it, because you never would have given yourself that opportunities to let the shoulders drop, to actually go and sit and enjoy yourself a little bit and almost reflect on what it is that you're doing and what it is that's going around you.
Caber up, I got it up, I get my run, I've got the balance, get my run, ascend, build up the speed. Once I plant, watch the transition, I'm right there, instantly right there. Squatted in the power position, the caber has left my shoulder now. Instantly, without thinking, that's a timing, that signals the timing. As soon as it leaves your shoulder, you should be in that seated power position. For there, driving up the legs back, and then the pull. Just think it was a high pull in a bar. For there, you're pulling up. Hands is going to finish over your head. You don't want to finish out here, you want to pull it right back. And as I say, the timing is crucial. As soon as that leaves the shoulder, you're going to be in that seated power position. So up, get your run, build up at inertial speed, plant into the power position, caber's left the shoulder. And one other thing, you don't want to dip your shoulder into it, because the caber's going to come from here, 90 to here. Way too late. So run, plant, the caber's left the shoulder, and that seated power position for there, drive the legs back, the big pull, hands over head. That's what you're looking for.
If the caber's controlling you, it's going to go where it wants to go. So get control before you move. Number two, you've got to get the caber moving. You can't just do this and expect to pull it.
Of course the wind picks up now when we're doing the caber.
Well, you were kind of
all the times.
The caber's on fire.
Oh my
God.
Unfortunately,
end on a run, building about speed. She's got to head quick. As soon as it leaves the shoulder, she should be driving up. Pulls it in, pull it in. Nope. They got too far behind her. Pull it up, get her hands underneath. One clean swoop. Pull it in, Aaron. There we go. Good recovery. Pull it in, get center balance. Pull it in. Pull it in. There you go.
That's a big damn tree.
Quite the legs back up.
Side your right. Turn your torso. You can look at it, but don't turn your torso. So your torque nice and tight.
Straighten your right arm out. Keep both your arms straight the whole time.
Just rip.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think about it a little bit. Let you guys take over. That's awesome.
Give her a hand, Mona Malik. What a performance, what a woman.
Keeping those arms straight and just launching that stone.
Good throw.
No, it should be about 22.
Mark.
But that's the first throw.
Michael.
Keep on walking.
On to the 40 meters. You got to get those 40 meters, James. Don't you stop.
Go. Make that turn.
Moving.
Make that turn. Check. Turn.
Let's go, James. Come on.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, James. Good job, James.
I blacked out as soon as I picked it up, and I was just stumbling along trying to stay up and hoping that I would be able to regain consciousness. That's heavy, hard stone. About the time I got to the corner and they told me I was ready to turn.
How'd you feel, man?
A little dizzy.
First 40 looking good.
So I'm competing at the Trolls and Titans at Fefor Power Week 2022. So far having an absolute blast. It's an amazing setting, an amazing show. It's one of the most unique settings actually that I've been to or seen for a competition. Very reminiscent of the old WSM shows where they picked a very unique place for everyone. This year I started competing with the Strongman Champions League, which is a professional level league. And yet still being here, it's a more cultural, more traditional style of competition. A lot of the athletes here are absolutely fantastic people, also of a very high caliber level, especially on the women's side of the competitors. There are some absolute top of the top athletes here. It's the one thing I really love about Strongman that I'm sure this happens in other sports too, but specifically in Strongman, all the athletes look out for each other. There hasn't been a single time in any competition that I've been to that there was any animosity between any of the athletes, and more than anything, we're happy to help each other. There's been times that we borrow each other's chalks, tacky, shoes, belts, wrist straps, without a single issue. Most of us are happy to help each other.
Come on, get up. Come on.
I think like 425-ish in pounds, 417. Don't quote me, I can't do math.
The record.
Yeah, something's not looking right there. Yeah.
Because you picked it up.
Yeah, it was the step you took, that jolt of the step.
It's not there.
Right.
Yeah, so I could pick up ice like 3 times already from
The
over
hook
there.
test is if you flex, you'll feel this. So. Flex. You
Yeah.
feel that nugget?
Yeah.
Okay, flex.
Oh, fantastic.
I'm sorry, man. Let's ice it as much as possible. You get them iced and keep it elevated off.
Shouldn't we wrap it too?
Nope, not yet, because you want natural settles. Let it take its natural course in 72 hours, and they should give you an MRI pretty soon, but that's up there.
Do you live in Cyprus or do you live?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. They got the good doctors there.
Once he gets his breath, get him on a table and get that up there so it doesn't get up.
Okay.
But you took it well. It's going to get ugly for a little bit.
Yeah.
Now you're a real strongman, though.
Ah,
Is that what it took, right? Unfortunately, from all the tension, the bicep tendon detaches from the bone and fires up. And one of the easiest ways to do it is the hook test, where you flex on the tendon, and if you can't hook your finger on it, it's gone. It's like unfortunately, it's like the strongmaning welcome to the group surgery, but it sucks. It sucks to see. So, and I've been there, but it's actually not as, it's very common, but it's unfortunate. So.
Is he going to need surgery?
If he wants to stay in, yeah, because you can gain 85% strength, but if you want to go back, you can get 100% back, but you're going to need surgery if you want to stay in. You don't have to, but quality of sport goes down. Yeah.
I quickly understood that Fefor isn't just a place for the strong.
Well, my name is Tor Ola Svenvig, and Tor is the same as Thor in English. And I've been tattooing since 1995 now. I have my own studio since 2001. And these days I'm working out of a studio in Bergen where we are 3 people. It's called Nidhogg Tattoo. So, but my studio name is Ihuda Tattoo, or my kind of brand name. It's Ihuda Tattoo, and it means in the skin in the Norwegian old dialect. Well, Johan had a very clear idea. So he's been Googling some, and he found a design, not by me, but it's a design that somebody made based on runes and different old seagulls. And that's a pattern which this creator have called the Spear of Odin. And this appealed to Johan. And Johan is Swedish, and Sweden had historically quite a large Odin cult. Whether or not this is the thing for Johan, I don't know, but at least the design appealed to him. So what you see there is me applying someone else's design, but putting my own touch into it. Most of my work, it's my designs, and they are designed to move well with the body or whatever, or designed to be in relations to the bearer of the tattoo. But of course, sometimes I do like this as well. If someone has a very clear idea of a design and it's within the frame of what I can do, of course I want to try to meet that, and it's all about making the client happy, how I see it, and of course preventing the client from getting a tattoo that wasn't well thought through. And with Johan, it's very clear when he's thought something through, that's where he's heading. So, yeah, the Spear of Odin, it's called.
So this is my 4th, and this is more the real tattoo because you're doing properly.
Different to a traditional tattoo in the sense that we now consider a machine tattoo to be the traditional one, but I'm trying to go after what was before the machine, and so I'm working without machines. I'm doing what we now call hand poke.
The old-fashioned style.
And what I'm looking for are my own roots, my Norse roots. We don't know for sure if the Vikings got tattooed, but we have enough evidence to justify, I think, what I'm doing. I'm looking for the roots of tattooing in the Norse world.
Är du färdig snart?
Ja, vi är framme snart.
It's okay. Some pain, but that's how it should be. How it should be also.
My favorite event here is
Well, I'd say I guess a strongman competition so far. We're also going to have mass wrestling, which I'm actually organizing, so I guess I should say that's my favorite event. But anyway, yeah, we're hoping to be a nice tournament, so it'll be a lot of fun.
No, mass wrestling, it's like a old traditional, like two people fighting and nobody basically hurt physically. And this come very far away in Finland already. It's early 90s, first time I find picture in Finland, like a wartime they do it this. And Yakut in Siberia, like a modern, to modernities at this moment, and do this like a much more like a modern and good looking sport. It's not so old fashioned anymore. Yep. Left shift! So this wrestling also, it's like a 60% it's power, 40% it's something else, like a tactics and in your mind. And you win if a stick come in your hand or you take opponent in your side, you winner. Or you get out of the balance, both legs out of the board, your opponent, you win. Left shift! This reminds me where I come from. 27 years ago I live street. I own only my clothes, what I use drugs and alcohol, and I have without like a home, and they read never give it up. 1994, it's day when I start be sober. So this reminds me where I come from and never must be give it up. Yes, in future I thinking about this situation what's happening in Europe now. This Ukrainian war broke our federation, so many countries go out this federation, and I thinking about we do in few months new federation in Europe, and we start be very active and marketing this sport, and we try my dream to this like a UFC, same kind of, so we can little bit get good sponsor and find like a new countries our federation. This is my dreams in future, and basically I get my dreams always what I'm wondering I get.
I think events like this sort of round out what a sport is. You know, I'm obviously on the strongman side of the sport, and where there's statements of, you know, it's a spectacle, you know, and so that sideshow, you know, just 2 hours of fun kind of thing, you know, look and gawk, it's all the giants, to other side where it's like, this is a legitimate sport, how can we standardize and everything else. To have an event like this where it's neither. It is about the people that participate in this sport, and they're across all the different age groups, weight classes, they're women, men, different body shapes and sizes, and you combine that with the history behind strength sports. Strongman is, you know, a relatively young sport, but strength is an ancient sport, and I don't know, it means more when you're at a location like Fefor. And, you know, it just, you can imagine hundreds of years ago, people doing the same kind of thing. And it really is pretty special.
I was beginning to understand. It's not just about how much you can lift or pull or throw, but more about strength of character, the willing to succeed against all odds, to fully enjoy the event and support your fellow man, to embrace the moment, to make memories and be part of something special. This was so evident with these three special strongmen.
Anything left untried, will you come with me, mon cher? So let us just do my love, and I'd stop to think any of this over. So let us just do my shall we call us hobos per se? We'll find that out on the way. So let us just do, my love, and not stop thinking of this over. Let us just do, my love, and see where this road will take us now.
As I spent time with these amazing people, it became very apparent that one name was spoke a little louder than the others. Kiki.
Question: how does it feel to be a figure of inspiration, especially for new females who are looking to get into strongman?
Totally weird. No, but honestly, in my head I'm just Kiki. I'm just me, but I've understood that there are a lot of women and girls out there who are inspired by me, and it makes me happy, it makes me very humble, and if I can just inspire one girl or woman to challenge herself, do stuff she don't think she is able to do, then I've done what I'm here for.
Push, 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 push. Be up.
Thinking of this over, let's just do, my love, and see where this road will take us now.
How you feeling?
Can't breathe. But that was good in a weird way.
No, it was amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, and don't go anywhere because we are going to get the tacky of the athletes, and then we're going to have award ceremonies, and then we're going to have cake.
It's handmade copy of a Viking bracelet found somewhere in Sweden, but I don't need it. But I know someone. It's made, by the way, it's made by a friend of us. So flew from Canada to here to compete. It's like thank you.
I took a minute to look around, to see the determination of the competitors, to see the teamwork of the staff and event organisers. I hear the laughter and see the smiles on so many faces. I witness the pats on the backs as rivals celebrate victory together, the roars of support of someone uses every last drop of their will to perform an amazing feat of strength. This place isn't just a fantastic hotel in beautiful surroundings or a power week, it's a wonderland. And that's what it means to so many, and thank you for letting me experience Wonderland with you all. I now understand.
Strength is like, it goes everywhere with everything you do. So there's nothing wrong with being strong. And that's the basis of everything, is to be strong.